Hi beauties, welcome back. What is going on? Okay, today I'm gonna bring you a look. It's still up in the air in my head right now. Just a full face of stuff that I chose for September. I'm trying to be consistent with it because I was sick. I did not get a chance to use much makeup this month, so I'm still gonna bring you a look with what I chose for this month, and some of the things that I chose for this month I'm just gonna keep them for next month, but I am gonna switch out the palettes and stuff like that. I think there's only one palette that I really want to use and use a lot during the fall season because it's a really cool fall palette. In my opinion, it is great for fall. So just show you the palettes that I'm working with. I chose Rendezvous by ColourPop. I've had this palette for a while. I still haven't used it. I'm gonna use BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Gilded. This was like 10 bucks, you guys. I have some of BH Cosmetics palettes, but I don't use them very much. I don't know why, because they have a really good eyeshadow formula. I also chose my Cover FX face palette, which I absolutely love. Is one of my favorite face palettes. Sweet Talk by ColourPop, and then the one that I'm going to be crossing over and probably use for the month of October and November is the Swear By It palette. You guys, this is perfect for the fall. Oh my gosh, it has every single fall color you could think of, and you can do so much with this. It is insane. Look at this gorgeousness. So I really want to put this palette into use for the next couple of months. And my last video, my look was done with this palette, so I'm glad that I got to dip in it, use it. So let's just get in. I already did my eyebrows. There's just some stuff that I'm not going to do on camera because I don't want this video to be super long. I do have one of my eyes is like bugged out. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm just gonna do my eyes with you on camera, and then I'm gonna go ahead off camera and then do the rest of it, and then just show you what I used for the rest of my face. So I'm just gonna go in. I'm probably gonna be using the BH Cosmetics palette today. I don't know, it's just so weird because, you know, sometimes I'm like all over the place, but I've been into grungy looks, and for some reason I just caught an inspiration to use pink and yellow with like a gray smoky tone on the outside, and this palette is actually kind of perfect to do that with. So and that's what we're going to be using today. And then the thing I love is that it has a mirror, so I could just use this for everything that I'm doing. I'm going to use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion to prime my eyes real quick. So I'm just priming my eyes and going to get this warmed up all over my lids and just make sure I have it everywhere that I need it. I have been using this one, and it's not bad. It's a great primer. My eyeshadows don't crease with it, but I do notice that sometimes, I mean, it could be me, but I do notice that sometimes it just leaves like a weird like filmy white cast around my eyes. I don't know why. It could just be something that I'm mixing it with that just doesn't go well with it. It could be a bunch of things, you guys, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad that I bought it, because as long as it helps to not have like my oils come through and like crease my eyeshadow, we're good. I'm sorry, you guys, like I'm trying to give you as much energy as I can, but I had a mishap with my contact lens, and I'm in a little bit of pain right now, and it's kind of discomforting. I noticed that I don't have a gray tone color in here, so I might just use the brown with the yellow and pink. I'm gonna go in with this pink one right here as my base, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid. I'm also using the Wet n Wild P20. Does anyone else have a problem with like sometimes their line right above the eyelash, like I guess the eyelash line just sometimes doesn't pick up pigment? Because sometimes that is an issue for me, and I have to like legit go over it so much just to get pigment out of it. Okay, then I'm gonna take one of my favorite brushes by NYX. This is the number 16. This is what it looks like. This brush is like a life for me, you guys. Blends out everything so good. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm gonna take this dark brown right here and I'm just gonna smoke out the outside, but I think this has a strong pigment, or maybe not. I'm just gonna go in a little at a time, because if you go in aggressive you can't go back. So I'm just gonna do this on the outside part, and I'm going to smoke it inward, but not all the way in. I'm just gonna focus it in my outer V, and I'm just gonna blend and blend and blend until I get it to where I would like for it to be. This is like a really dark chocolate brown, very pretty color. It's not giving me any blending issues. Yeah, I have not used this palette very much, so I thought I would give it a whirl for this month, but this is literally this is like the second look of makeup that I've done this month on my face, so I didn't get to use it much. And most of these palettes that I chose for this month, like, they just don't scream fall vibes to me, except the NYX one. So I went through my stash last night and I was just like, I need to bring out some like fall vibe palettes. Okay, so now what I would like to do is I would really like to get this pink one in there and then this yellow one in there. This is actually a really pretty color. This doesn't come with the names on this. This color right here, you guys, is just really pretty, and it's like it reflects yellow as well. So I would want to do this like on the inner portion and then bring in the yellow in the middle. Let's see how this, and just marry the two. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to take my other finger and get that gorgeous yellow. It's so pretty. Okay. You just want to marry the two until everything is just seamless, and then I'm gonna go back in with some of the brown and just clean up the edges and marry everything and just make sure there's like no harsh lines anywhere. Kind of just gotta go back and forth with it and play with it and get it to where you want. All right, you guys, so it's gonna look something like that. I'm gonna go off camera and do the same thing on the other side, and I'm going to do the rest of the face, and then I'll come back and tell you what I used. This is the final look. This is what I came up with. For the most part, I like it. I don't know what it is about this palette, but I didn't enjoy using the palette, because I really don't use this palette, and I used it today. I'm just like, I love the colors and stuff, but I don't know, I just didn't have like, I didn't have fun using this palette for some reason. That's just how I feel. So the brushes that I used to finish up my look was my Juvia's Place blending brush for my highlighter, and then my inner corner highlights I used my Morphe kind of like candy red brush that is like pointed. This is the one that I use all the time for my inner corners, my eyebrows, all that stuff. And this is the one that I use for my highlighter on the outside all the time. Like, these are my favorite brushes along with the NYX. This is the one that I use for my blush all the time. This is by Royal and Langnickel. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I love this brush. And then one of my other favorite brushes is the Morphe M439. I use this one for quite a few things. So love this brush. So I went in with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation in the color Camel. That's what I used. I used my Beauty Bakery translucent setting powder flower type thing to set everything. I went in with my Essence Lash Princess mascara. For my liner, I used Il Makiage, which this was given to me and I'm loving it so far. I used my ColourPop concealer in a medium 26, and on my lips I used the Tarteist lip paint in color Insta Famous. It's super sparkly, not sticky. I like it. I thought it went with the look. I also primed my face with the Lavender Max Fix Plus, and I think that's it, you guys. So this is the final look that I came up with. Again, like, I like it, but I wasn't like, I just didn't have fun using this palette. So I don't know, I might just pass this palette to someone that can actually use it and love it. I guess I really like doing these types of videos because then I can use stuff that maybe I've forgotten about, or it triggers my mind on why I didn't like it in the first place. So yeah, that is just my full face of nothing new, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration to do something with makeup or just have fun with makeup. I'm glad that I'm back and putting it all over my face and spending time with you guys. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Please be safe and stay kind. See you later.